Hey guys, it's Andrea here from Sew at Home Party, and today we're going to go over my haul. I got some sort of unboxings to do, so stay tuned and we'll talk about everything you see here. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea, and we are going to go over what I got recently in the last few weeks. I wanted to, one of the things I really wanted to do this year is get back into some of the things that I tackled and kind of dabbled in the beginning of last year, and so I thought, what a way to bring in the new fresh year and to dabble in some of those. So I'm going to show you some of the things I picked up from various places. Just as a reminder, none of the brands and things that you see in the video are sponsored in any way. I will give you links to where I found these things on Amazon, but I do not make anything off of that, so feel free to purchase those or purchase them from somewhere else. But for those that want to know where I got those things, I will put in the description. But yeah, I'm not going to make anything off them, so I just wanted to show them because I thought they were really cool, and I can't wait to get started because they're the other yarn dyeing videos I did, if you see in my other videos, and I'll try to remember because I know I'm really bad for saying I'm going to put them up here and then I forget, so bear with me. I'm still getting used to all that, but I made this little mini skein and this little skein here out of some cotton yarn, which I'm going to show you the kind of yarn that I use to do that. I got some more of it to play with. These were done by using the tie-dye kits that you get from I think the Tulip brand is a dye kit that you get. So I got some different dyes that I want to try, and I'm still a little nervous to try the acid dyes. I follow a few YouTubers on here, and she in particular, one of them uses acid dyes, and I just for my safety right now, just with everything going on, it's just easier for me to use the liquid premix dyes. So I have some things that I purchased and I'm going to try to use. Some of the tips and some of the tricks and things that I'm doing that I picked up were things that this in particular YouTuber uses to dye her yarn, and I wanted to try it because it looked really fun. And like she said, you know, you want to have things that are dedicated to dyeing yarn. You don't want to use your kitchen things because you don't want to cross-contaminate. And another disclaimer real quick is I am no expert whatsoever. So, you know, when I do all these yarn dyeing things, I am just an amateur, just trying to, you know, do something that I think would be fun and show you guys the process. So just remember, I'm not an expert by any means. So give me just a second, I'll grab some things and we'll get started. Alright, so one of the things that I wanted to show you first that I got, I've already taken them out of the packaging, just have the final packaging here. So, and one of the things you need to make your skeins of yarn be in a cake form, or if you want to take them off of the Yarn Swift, which I'll show you in a second, you need some kind of yarn baller. This one I got, like I said, on Amazon. It came with a set with the this thing here that is the Yarn Swift, is what most people call it. They're calling it a skein holder. But this basically, you hook this onto the end of a table or something, your craft desk, and you will spin this around, and it will spin your yarn into not exactly like this, but basically this type of idea into a cake type form. If you've ever bought the, you know, Caron mandalas, that type of idea. So that's what you'll do here. You'll insert it onto a side of a table, and as you spin this around, it will form your yarn cake. It is really good for getting your dyed yarn rewound back up. Personally, I like to use yarn in a cake form. Because it gives you that center pull and it makes it really nice. And then you would feed your yarn in here, and if you would like, I can show you a video on how to use these things. So just let me know in the comments down below if that's something you'd be interested in. I can show you how to set these up and use them if you've never used them before. This goes on here like this so that you can, it holds the yarn and makes that center of the cake. And then this is the other thing that it came with. It is a yarn, so they're calling it a skein holder, but it is, give me one second. It is a yarn swift, is another name for something like this. So basically what you do, take it out of here because I have not done so yet. As you can see, it's still in the plastic. So this one, I had one before. I unfortunately, since it's been over almost a year since I did any of this, I cannot find it. So I purchased another one. Like I said, this came as a package deal set with the both pieces, and I needed both of them because my other cake winder broke. But let's get this out of the package. So, like, same idea. You're going to set this up on the edge of a table or your craft table or your kitchen table, which is where I will be putting mine. And now that I have my new kitchen table, it will sit nicely. And so there we go. Sorry about the noise. Okay, so basically this thing, down here you have your things here. It will clamp onto your table. And then this expands. So let me see if I can get this to show you. Use this little lever down here and it expands like so. Let me see if I can get that, show you. See how it expands? And then you will wrap your yarn around the middle and the areas around here. So that way your yarn can open up and be larger. So then you have a larger yarn hank to dye. Again, if you'd like to see a video on how these two things work together and how these things get set up, let me know in the comments and I'll be glad to do so. But yeah, and I may just do that anyway, just because it is a fun little tip to show you how to do that. Even if you're not yarn dyeing, these are great. If you ever buy indie dyed yarn or hand dyed yarn from a craft show or a local dealer, local yarn shop, it's great to get them on a yarn swift and then onto your cake spinner. All right, so let me put this away and I'll be right back with the next thing. Oh, I also had one other thing I wanted to point out. This one, unlike the one I had before, is really nice because it comes with this case. My other one did not, and again, that's part of the reason why I am not sure where I put it. But this is nice because it has a nice little plastic case. All right, next I want to talk about the when you're doing the yarn dyeing. One of the things that the person that I watch, her channel is called KnitPicks, and she's phenomenal. One of the things she does and recommends, just because it makes it easier, it gives you an extra tie. Let me just see if I can open this really quick, because I didn't think ahead and grab scissors. Is these plastic reusable zip ties. You would essentially hook this around the end. Let me just grab some yarn here. Hook it around like this and zip it up real quick here. And then, of course, I have not used these before, so give me just a minute. Okay, so you put them on, and then it will help you lift the yarn out of your pan and gives you a nice place to hold it without touching the yarn. Because one of the ways she does her yarn dyeing is through heating techniques, and so the yarn is pretty hot. She boils the yarn and things, so this helps. That just helps, and they're reusable, which is really great. You save the environment instead of having the disposable ones. So these are really great to have. And I got a bag of these. I think there is, I can't remember now, and it's way more than I need because they're reusable. But who knows when you might need a zip tie. I think there's 50 in this bag, and they're not too expensive. Again, I don't remember, and I'll put the links again to all of this in the description where I purchased them. But they will come in handy when I show you my yarn dyeing. And then I have these dyes. Now, there are many different types of dyes, and everybody who dyes their own yarn or professional indie dyers have their own brands that they like. Again, I'm still new at this and testing things out. And one of the things I love about the KnitPicks channel is that she, you know, will test things, and she's always got different ways to do those. Like she uses Kool-Aid, she's used professional jacquard dyes, all different kinds of dyes. So I want to experiment with other types of dyes just to see if they work, if they don't work. You know, it's just interesting to see how things, how different dyes work with the different yarns. So I've done in previous videos, I've used the tie-dye, like you get, you know, like the Tulip brand tie-dye. Let me see, hold on a second, let me see if I can find a bottle so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so when I talk about tie-dyes, I mean this here, these are ones that I have not used, and so I probably will, but these are the different tie-dye kits. Like this one's a kit, and you can use, this one is by Create Basics. Not sure where I got this one at, so forgive me. But this one in particular you can get at Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's. You can get them at anywhere that usually sells tie-dye or craft items, and definitely on Amazon. But this one works great with cotton yarn because the dye adheres better to cotton. If you try to use it on anything that has polyester or anything basically that's not cotton, or I suppose a natural fiber would work, but again, I haven't tested it, but maybe that would be a great idea for a video. But anyway, this is the tie-dye stuff that the brand that I used when I made these. And you can see that the color is very vibrant, and I just love how these turned out. This one's actually so cute. I obviously have not used it. Oops, cat hair. Forgive me. But it's because it's just so cute. I use it as just like a decoration. I just think it's so cute. And I love how the colors turned out. So those is what I'm talking about when I mean tie-dye. And those, like I said, are great for, I know for sure for cottons. I've not tried them on natural fibers. But like I said, I maybe that's an experiment for another video. But I have these 3 different types of pigments that I picked up. This first one is by Jacquard, and it's liquid. It's their dyes, and they're in a liquid form, which is much easier for me to handle right now. That comes with all these different colors here. And so I can't wait to break into those. And when I do these, I'm going to try to do these one video at a time so we can see how each of the colors work. And like the possibilities are endless. I have so many ideas, and I give courtesy to, or props to, like I said, Rebecca from KnitPicks, because she inspired me. And then I picked up these soap coloring dyes, and because I figured, well, dye is dye, it's going to dye stuff, so we will see if these work. And I have different yarn bases to try. So I have all these cool colors. Again, liquid form, because I'm not comfortable right now with the acid dyes. And I say acid, it's really you can use vinegar, white vinegar, or citric acid. Really, it's not that I'm not comfortable using those things, it's just that I personally right now just don't have time for all that mess. And I don't, you know, with the powder dyes, you have to mix them, and you have to do all the things, where these things are already pre-mixed. So right now with my busy life, it is easier for me to do these. But again, that's a personal preference. If you would like to try to use those, by all means, there are many great places you can pick those up at, and you can try those out. And then I got this box of epoxy resin pigment. Again, I figured it's probably gonna work just like regular dye. It came with all these cool colors in here. I'll just pull a few out. This one's a red, this one's a yellow, and this one is a rose red. Let's see, we have an orange, ooh, and a purple. So all these cool colors. I seriously, you guys, cannot wait to do this. I just have to find time in my daily schedule to do so. And when I do, I will be posting all of the videos and the results and everything online. And if they turn out really well, the skeins will be available in my Etsy shop. All right, so let me put that away and we'll get on to the next thing. All right, the next thing is kind of large, and it is in bubble wrap. So give me just a minute while I get it out. When I watched that other channel, She always has a really cool pan that she sticks on top of her stove, which I've used a baking pan that I obviously don't want her to use for food. And it worked, but I would like to have more room for different volumes of water to see how different things work. So I took a recommendation from her channel, sorry about that, and I picked up this pan, and I'm going to take you off the holder just so you can see it. I picked up this pan. You would most likely see these pans like in catering, but this is really nice. It's really deep. It's got a lot of room for yarn in here, and so this is going to sit on top of my stove, and so then I can control the heat and test out all the different dyes and things like that. So I'm super excited. Again, this is just a pan you'd probably use in a catering setting, but I'm going to use it for yarn dyeing. All right, so now my favorite part of this whole haul that I got here off of Amazon. Well, and I also got some from other places. I got this from my local craft store. I got this at Joann's. I got skeins of cotton yarn. This is nothing new, everyone. You guys, if you're crocheters or knitters or use yarn in any way, you are familiar with the cotton yarns that they sell at those places. But I picked these up. These are going to be great for to test out the dyes, but also this is great for the tie-dyes, which I found, I had those unopened packages, so we can use those to test. I am going to take a couple of these though and test them with the other dyes to see how they work, how they adhere to the yarn. It is just simply the sugar and cream, nothing special about them. These are the number 4 medium weight, 100% cotton, and so that's just these, that's what these I got here. And then move these out of the way. So then I went on a website that I've been eyeballing for a while, and I finally decided, because, we all got a little extra money, or some of us did. I decided to get some yarn from KnitPicks. KnitPicks is a website. Again, I'm not affiliated with them. I just really like their products, and I've been eyeballing these for a while. So I got, I believe it was 3 different kinds of their yarn. And these are bare yarns, and what that means is they are ready for dyeing. They don't have any stuff on them to prohibit the dyeing process, and they come just like this, in this ivory color. Now you can also get sock blanks, which is a square that's already been kind of woven together, so to speak, so that you can dye them in a certain pattern, and then you unravel them on your yarn on a oh, the word is escaping me, but you could use a yarn swift. The word is escaping right now, so if you remember what it is, tell me down in the comments. I'm totally forgetting. It's a lot of people make them out of PVC pipe, and I'm totally blanking on what the name of that is, but it'll come to me, and when it does, I will let you know. But anyway, so this is the first kind of yarn I got. It's called Stroll. Let's see. Okay, it's a sport weight yarn, 274 yards, 100 grams. Let's see if it says any other information on here. It says it's a number 2, 75% fine superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, machine wash cold and tumble dry low. And they recommend an E or 7 hook, or a number 3 to 5 knitting needle. And so it comes, I got, let's see, I think I got 3 of each. Or did I get more? Let's see, I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it looks like I got 4 of the Stroll. And then, and let me just show you what it looks like here. It's very, yeah, they say it's a number 2. And then I got a DK weight. It is called Swish. And it is 246 yards, 100 grams. And the Swish has It's 100% superwash merino, size 3. And machine wash cold, tumble dry low. Superwash merino will make it nice when I go to wash the yarn after the dyeing process to make sure there's no bleeding, because I don't have to, I have to be careful, but not super careful, because I don't have to worry about it felting when I move it too much. So I got 3 of those, and then I got, let's see, 2 of this one, because I wanted to try the different yarn sizes. This one is the Wool of the Andes Superwash worsted weight. It is a bare yarn again, 220 yards, 100 grams. Now when I do the dyeing, I'm going to do the whole skein of this. So this one again is 100% superwash wool. It's a number 4, so I have the 2, the 3, and the 4 weight, and it's machine wash cold, tumble dry low. And just to show you, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it in comparison, but just to show you, so this one was the 2. So this is the different yarn sizes. I don't know if you can see how that one is a little thinner, and that is the stroll. And then you have the swish, that's a 3, it's a DK. And then this one is a 4 worsted. Now, to me, the DK and the 4 kind of look pretty close. So this could be a really, arguably a 3-4 or a lower 4. I just think they look the same. Maybe they stitch up and look different, but I'm just used to maybe like the red hearts and that the worsted or the 4s are thicker, just slightly. But either way, I'm not an expert. That's my opinion. But I can't wait. I'm super excited to try out these yarns to dye them. Yeah, I'm like super excited. There's so many things I want to try and do with them. It'll be super fun to do. So yeah, so when I do these things, I'm going to make sure I bring you all along. Yeah, so that is, oops, sorry about the lighting. The sun is now coming into my window there. I'll try to sit back so it's not so much of a glare, but that is what I got. I'm super excited to do the yarn, these yarn dyeing videos, and oops, that's blowing it out a little bit. And maybe we can get some cool colors like this one. Oops, those are being blown out now. But yeah, so I'm super excited. Thank you so much for still sticking around and joining me on this journey. I got lots of new ideas for the channel this year. Like I said, I want to dabble in some yarn dyeing. I got some more tutorials. There's going to be a new tutorial coming up very soon for my beginner's crochet kit that I have for sale on my Etsy shop. It is a pattern to make a headband. It is a perfect project for someone who's just starting out and wants to learn a simple project. It can be done anywhere from kids all the way up to 99 years old and plus. It's a simple, easy design that I designed for this headband, and so yeah, I got all of that coming up, and I'm trying to think if there was anything else other than fixing this lighting, because I'm here in Michigan at this time of day. I should have known that the sun, when it does come out, is in your way. But anyway, yep, so if there's anything you need to ask me, you have questions about anything, like I said, I'm not an expert at this by any means, but I will try to find you an answer if I can, and even if it is to reference someone else that I've seen. I got some other things coming up for the channel too. I just recently got a embroidery machine, which I'm super excited about, so I'm going to post a video all about that. And like I said, if you want to see how those yarn swift and the yarn baller work, let me know down in the comments. I will be glad to make a video on that, and I may even do that anyway, but I'm going to see what you guys think. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I can't wait to go play with my yarn. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. If support the channel by sharing with all your other crafty friends. And I also now have, I'm on all different platforms, Instagram, Facebook. I have a Facebook page and group, you know, YouTube here. I have my Etsy shop. I also have a TikTok for my business. So I'm all over on all the different platforms. So just check me out, Sew at Home Party. And again, you can always email me with questions, or you want to show off your gifts, projects, whatever you're working on. And if you want me to let the world see it, let me know. I can be glad to post it. But anyway, that would be at sewathehomeparty@gmail.com. And that's all I got. So thanks for watching. And so what is in your craft room today? Bye.